Good morning. We're here.
We are.
Hopefully I don't sound too bad. Getting over a flu. It was bad towards the end of the week. I rested quite a bit. So I may sound stuffy. May cough a little bit, but made it.
You got a much more bass voice.
Yeah.
You're getting into that Barry White.
It's the nasally congestion.
Yes. Well, I'm not. I have the same charming voice I had before, which is too bad for all of you.
Oh, let's start out with something easy. The two governor races going on Tuesday.
Okay.
Let's start with something easy. Get it before we get into the nitty gritty of the crazy man. Oh, New Jersey. That's Mickey Sherrill.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to lay a row for each, or just lay
What
are you going to do?
Yeah, I shuffle twice if I do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try that first. 3 for Mickey and 3 for Ciccarelli or whatever his name is. Morning, Kathy B. Tabby Cat, Oxford Cat, Jane, Diana, Kristen.
I think it was clear.
Okay, Mickey Sherrill. Mickey Sherrill winning in New Jersey. Linda Bishop. Mickey Sherrill winning in New Jersey. Okay. Ciccarelli or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm. The other guy.
The other guy, the Republican in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Oh, these are shuffling. Okay. We're going to bunny cards because my bunny cards want to shuffle.
Never works out well for me doing it this way. Mickey gets 2 aces, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the King of Swords. So I think she's got better cards here to win. I do have
his for me are all upside down.
Oh, that's good.
The Fool, 8 of Wands is upside down, 5 Pentacles, King of Wands is upside down, and the only one that's right side up for him is it would take a magician to have him win. For her, I got 2 Knights, and they're trying to steal it from her, but they're not able to do it. But it's not going to be an easy ride for her once she gets in there, although she has the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, both as her positives. It's going to take a bit of, it's not going to be a comfortable place. Being governor of that state for her will not be comfortable.
Maybe that was the, had a knight or a 9 of swords trailing her.
Yeah.
Another good one. So maybe that's what that meant. But the governor is never easy, especially now in these times, trying to help people when your resources are limited with what's going on federally.
Yeah, you're the only reason Texas. Thank you, Michelle.
Bless you, Michelle.
Early in the morning.
Good question, News. Okay. Virginia. Wyndham Sears or whatever her name is, and Spanberger. That's her name? Okay. Like I need more than 3 cards. Doesn't seem to work for me that way. I'll try 5. Okay.
Wow.
Virginia governor.
I got 2 aces for her. The ace of cups is upside down, but the ace of pentacles is right side up. And if I'm ruling something, I think I'd rather have the ace of pentacles right side up.
Windows.
Chariot. She got the chariot. She's just moving on. She's looking on to new horizons. And even though she's an experienced businesswoman, she went into this somewhat naive.
You're the Democrat?
Mm-hmm. And the Republican thought he had it made in the shade, but it ends up it's a yes and a no. He had a kind of an early advantage, and he blew it. And actually, by not getting this, he's getting himself out of jail. He's been having to make some compromises to stay in the good stead of the Republican Party he hasn't wanted to make. And I've not read that anywhere. That's what the cards are saying.
That's a female.
It's a female for the Democrat, for the Republicans.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's pretty much as bad as that Robinson dude from North Carolina. She's kind of gone.
Well,
she's a horrible person.
Thank you, Oxford cat. I like your cat. I used to have a Siamese that looked just like that. Had 2 of them. Isaac and Abraham.
I got Spanberger with the 8 of Wands, Hierophant, Moon, and Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
Also the 7 of Cups.
But
so she gets a lot better cards than Wyndham Shears.
Yeah.
4 of Swords, 3 of Swords, King of Swords, Judgment, and Knight of Wands. So there's a lot. This heartbreak there. Rest and recuperation. Judgment upon her. So I'm going with Spanberger.
And remember, just because our cards say something looks good, it doesn't do us any good to sit here and throw cards if you don't go vote. So go vote.
Yes, we need to vote.
I already voted. We have a constitutional amendment thing going on. 17 issues. And man, you read some of these and then you go and you read what they're really saying. No means yes and yes means no. And
okay.
We had that question in my people posting, so we've got this twice.
Yeah, this was more a better question, so that's why I put that one up.
No, it is. No. Mine they're writing it in comments. They just want to make sure it gets thrown in the mix. So I saw it, Susan. I gave it to him.
Let's see this deck. Okay. November 5th, SCOTUS. Here's deliberations about the tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
The Senate did pass, or I don't know if they had to do 60, but it was favorable to knock down the tariffs. They voted anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's why Trump wants them to get rid of the
filibuster.
Filibuster.
Why? So his tariffs gets knocked down?
No. He thinks that they wouldn't have looked at it that way. That because he's such a political scientist, he understands.
Okay. Deliberating Wednesday. How are they gonna feel towards the tariffs? Excellent, Ellen. Ellen voted early in Virginia.
Oh dear. Well, I tell you what, The Supreme Court didn't want this. This is the Nine of Swords because they're being ordered to do the Emperor's ruling. And they know it has to do with international trade. But my last two kinds of interesting. It's justice reversed in the Two of Coins. And with the first three cards that I saw, they're going to weasel their way out of it. They're not going to instantly jump up and decide the legality that it's legal for him to do it.
So what was your outcome?
They're not going to decide it's legal for him to do it, but they're going to put it in such a way that he's still going to charge around and do it until we have a Congress that says, no, you're not.
So they're just going to lay it out to Congress again. It's not ours. It's not us for us.
It's only the supreme law of the land, but we're called the Supreme Court. Why are you asking us?
So I get in the past, Two of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and Queen of Wands. To me, that means the flip-flopping on tariffs is causing a lot of heartbreak, broken heart. And then the Queen of Wands feels like the decision-making of 45. And then I get Two of Wands, 10 of Wands, the Sun. I think they know that it's weighing down the public and everything. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not, I think they know it's not a good decision to have these tariffs. Moving forward, Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups, and King of Swords. So I think they know they got to make a decision. That Seven of Cups feels like a,
I told you it's going to be a screwy decision. It's not going to make any sense. It's delusion.
Yeah. But they are making a decision with that King of Swords. And the Ace of Cups is about security. So outcome, I get a Two of Swords.
Yeah, I had the Two of Pentacles, so you're doing better than I am.
It's similar. I had the Two of Pentacles earlier. But Two of Swords is not making a decision. And you may be right. They're going to kick it back to Congress kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Temperance. Well, it's a little bit of a weight, but it's restrictions. Mm-hmm. Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving in strength. That's showing fair trade and better strength. It's not a decisive ruling because of that Two of Swords, but I think it is a good ruling. I'm not really seeing like kicking it to Congress.
Well, it's not a matter of kicking it to Congress. What they're deciding is, can he write these? The Constitution says Congress does tariffs, not him.
Right.
And he's doing tariffs. So
it's a mess, but I think whatever they decide does feel because I got the strength in there. It's going to be a decent decision.
It's going to give Midas Touch a whole lot of reason to wring their hands.
That Two of Swords shows up and it's like wishy-washy.
I know.
Instead of just saying, no, you can't do this.
We're neither here nor there.
Those six need to go. He made a deal with China because he knows it. What deal? There's never been any deals.
You saw Xi. He stood there. He could have been a mannequin.
They just laughed at him. Okay. Do ICE agents get immunity for these crimes? My guides immediately say no, but there is protection.
I pulled just one card, 9 of Cups. No. Upside down, no. When they're real crimes, when they're the real crimes, as a group, will they be able to get out of this? They're gonna. One time this week I pulled the eight of coins, and they're gonna say I was just doing my job. But remember, we got rid of that excuse in World War II. So, you mean the guys who tear gassed the toddler playground in Chicago? I don't think there's a place for them.
Every day you could find some cruelty.
And now that they want 3,000 picked up a day instead of 900. They keep picking them up like that, guys. They're going to be picking me up.
Yeah, it's bad. How cruel they're being.
The bad part for people who deal with me like that, when I get really stressed, I throw up. So that's not a good thing for either one of us.
There is some worry about. There's some worry about being criminals.
Well,
right now there's protection with that Empress and Chariot, but ongoing, there's going to be problems later on.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my strength card along with the stress and burdens of 10 of Wands and the Page of Swords. And then in the end, I get these ICE agents that committed crimes will have problems, indictments, dark times. So eventually, yes, but right now they're enjoying some kind of made up.
Well, they are and they aren't. There was what was it? The memo that crept out that they were going to fire some of the heads of some of the ICE units because not because they were being too hard, but because they weren't being hard enough. So I think some of their guys are trying to slow roll it because they understand where they could be in a very little bit of time, kids. It won't go in this house. I won't watch it.
There's been a few clips out there. Nora O'Donnell in the clips wasn't pushing back. So Caligula is going to be on 60 Minutes. Midas Touch said they're ready to sue if it's been edited. $5 billion. Gonna sue CBS if they edit.
How can they not edit? I mean, well, what I got was I asked if this was going to go well for CBS, and I got the 4 of Cups. They kind of had this thrown at them. They didn't really want it, but they're still playing with their licenses, so they're going to play with it. And what they got is they're creating a nice homey place for Trump to come. They're all going to be the most softball questions of all time. Will it change anything? No. Death upside down, that's not going to change anything. And for his followers, it's going to look, oh, he looks just normal. I think he's going to come out looking okay. And they are going to edit it.
Yeah, I think CBS got threatened. I'll do this because I got the 8 of Swords, Knight of Swords, and Knight of Coins.
Mm-hmm.
So I think CBS, 60 Minutes, whatever, got pressured. Only way they're going to do it if it's our way, the highway.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pressure there with that Knight of Wands and contract or whatever. I already sued you for this, that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There may have been some lawyer language or something. Yeah, CBS is not standing up. King of Swords, Page of Coins, Five of Coins. I'm seeing a lot of threats here of doing this interview.
Yeah.
Outcome, I think 45 is a little stressed about what's going to go on with the interview. If he's going to do well, but in the end, I think it comes out okay for him because they don't push back.
Well, it's not even that. His followers, as long as he's breathing and it sounds like English, apparently they'll follow it.
So yeah, according to this throw, it's there was contractual language or something to do this interview.
Mm-hmm.
And softball questions. They didn't push back. Like, oh, we sued you once, we'll sue you again. Whatever.
Can we talk about someone else?
Well, it's talking like a Dem. Is she up? Who you talking about? Water Lily. Marjorie Green. I just seen a question from Water Lily and didn't say anyone, but I'm thinking it's probably Marjorie Taylor. Okay, what's this? Good news. There's a leak at the GOP is starting articles of impeachment. Just broke this AM.
Okay. Who are they going to impeach? They got to impeach Magic Mike so that they can so they can have a forum to talk from.
Magic Mike won't even have the House in session. How would they impeach?
Okay.
I know, right? Right, Susan? I'm not going to listen to that, man. It's all lies anyway if they ain't going to push back.
I'm going to see if it's true that they're really working on it. If it's true, not that the leaks out there, it's true. Oh my God. Yep. I got their meeting in private. This is the Three of Coins. They're trying to work this out. They're waiting till after the November election results.
Good
and
Lord.
They want to go back and gather up what few Republicans are left that will still say they're Republicans that aren't Trumpers. There's some woman, though, that's involved in all this that's sort of pulling everyone back, but their out card is the Hermit. And what's keeping them strong is keeping it quiet and among the group that's doing it. But yeah, there's some people out there that are really concerned and that are Republicans that are what you and I would recognize as Republicans, Scott. That was before you had your beloved governor, Walker.
You mean normies?
Mm-hmm. Like my parents.
I'm getting a empathetic man is pretty worried starting this. A usual King of Cups is not a Republican, but so I got a grief-stricken King of Cups is really heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
If it would pass, yes, it would work. But I don't know if it gets there. But anyway, I got Strength, Tower, and the Death card. So the chaos, it's causing all kinds of failures. But I don't know if they got the strength to actually go through with it. The strength is there.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have Tower and Death. I think they just want to get it out there.
Yeah.
The Moon, Page of Wands, and Queen of Coins. I think they just want to get out there in secret, not actually go through it. You know, kind of like,
It's a CYA move. Oh, I was part of that group over there doing that. I wasn't over here with Magic Mike stopping everything from happening.
but yeah, I do have the house, or not the house, but people in public service on the bottom with my Four of Wands. So I don't think they would actually go through with it. I think it's kind of a ploy to just get it out there, make a 45, 47 nervous. I don't think they'll actually go through it because they're too afraid to do it. There's not enough to stand up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I kind of feel. Okay.
No, I learned that's the Hermit. They're going to keep it inside. They're not going to be out.
There you go. Water Lily's wondering what's up with MTG. Which deck wants this one? Yeah, I'll try this.
Okay.
Marjorie Taylor Greene went on Bill Maher and lately otherwise. She's talking like a normie.
Oh, no.
What's her game?
Well, maybe they've gotten so extreme she just sounds normal now. I find it hard to believe that woman talks normally, but
I know. You won her district 3 times by being
nuts.
Crazy pants. Now she's trying to be a normie. What's up with that? MTG. What's up? What's her game? What's Marjorie Taylor Greene doing? What's her game? God, I just heard my mind's eye that she would be for impeachment.
Yeah, because that would. I have a friend whose connections to her family are in the rural parts of Texas. And one of the reasons why the Epstein files have struck them so thoroughly is because they were taking working class girls and turning them into, Epstein's little harem of young women. And they see that within their own people that, they're giving them no other hope. So what else do they have to do? And she said that there's a lot of hardcore Republicans who are saying, no, we've been led into believing this, but they were hurting our children. It's not Trump's kids that are going down in this stuff. That's what they don't want seen. But what I got was she's going against her own instincts to do this. She sees herself as a person with a new message out there, and it has something to do with someone that she's emotionally tied to. The Two of Cups, but it's also a reverse Two of Swords. It's her body, it's her heart breaking through, and it's because she's been made so depressed because she's so in her own way sick. And the way I'd interpret this, if I was reading this for someone, I'd tell them, first of all, look at your own instincts. Don't walk away from the higher knowledge you have. She's doing it purely for practical reasons and because of someone who's near her, who's telling her to go this direction. But she's not convinced. I mean, she'll go whichever way she thinks she'll win. It's totally the Two of Swords is just whatever gets me out of my indecision,
Yeah, I get she's walking away from the devil. It just feels like she went all in before and she made a decision to walk away from the devil. She sees the downfall coming with 45 at some point, and she made that change. I get a Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. These are changes, life cycles, ups and downs. She's making that change for someone, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Four of Cups, she's got some discontent. Holding on what she holds dear, which is her seat.
Mm-hmm.
And Emperor or Queen of Wands, changing strategy. So yeah, she's making a conscious decision to change her tune.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she went straight out with the Epstein files and hasn't changed.
That's what I said. There's a lot of pain on the ground about those, and
you know, I obviously wouldn't welcome her into the Democratic Party, but she's doing it for her own reasons.
Well, we used to have Tulsi Gabbard. There's another proud person that was a Democrat at some point.
Well,
yeah, I know. Even when she was a Democrat, everybody's going, she's not really a Democrat. Why is she here?
Yeah, that was so strange. I got that right away. It's like, I remember years ago when she was running for president or whatever,
mm-hmm.
and we were reading on it. And I'm like, she feels like a plant.
Yeah, she was.
Because when she's running for, she can get the inside information for the Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the DNC and all that, and in that bubble.
Okay, this is a little bit of political knowledge that I'm sure some of your people are aware of, but people switch parties every once in a while, especially the places in Texas where they change party affiliations is normally among judges because they just want to be a judge. They don't, and in a way, that's the sort of person you want to be a judge, somebody who be impartial to either point of view. But since they run on partisan tickets, anyway, if a Democrat tried to change and become a Republican judge, they would have to scrub toilets for years among Republicans before they'd even get considered to be put over on the ticket, unless they brought a really strong constituency with them. But when a Republican would decide, oh, I want to come over and be a Democrat, the Democrats, oh, yeah, come on over. We're great. We're here. I'm like, what? You don't know why they're here, And it was one of my most ongoing, I would just stand there. I remember when I was running the Obama campaign and I had some magnetic bumper stickers on the side of my car because I was also running a candidate. And this woman came up to me outside of where Susan was in summer camp. And she said, where do you get those? And I looked around like, get what? She said, those things you've got stuck on your cars. And I was like, you mean like bumper stickers? And she said, yes. And I said, you go to your party headquarters. She said, well, the Republicans don't have anything. The Republicans had no one down in their headquarters. They had no one ordering that kind of stuff. And so I told her, I said, look online for bumper stickers. You'll find a whole lot of people. They'll print whatever you want. Give them the artwork. They'll make it. I can guarantee you. The more you make, the cheaper they are. And she eventually she's now sitting on the bench as a Democrat, as a judge. But I was talking to her when she was in the process of switching. And she said, they gave us no help whatsoever. We just said, I want this bench. And they would just make sure no one primaried you. And then they would let you run. And for a while in Texas, if you were in the Republican, you had the judge seats. So we don't have that in Dallas County or Harris. But anyway, that's why I was just standing there aghast at Tulsi Gabbard that these people would let her in. Why? They don't have to. Look at that poor guy who quit being a Republican representative who's now, is he running for governor in Florida now? God, the crap they made him crawl, the Republicans threw at him when he left We just don't do that. We're too nice. Dems, you're just too nice. Nancy Mace.
She's having a mental breakdown.
Is she?
Yeah, she yelled at some TSA the other day. And it was all caught, and there was a police report and everything of what she said and did.
Good.
Yeah, she's having some issues.
She had issues before she ran for governor.
Yeah. So I get the emperor, so I think that's signifying the governor. But the Queen of Swords, she's not of the right stature to be governor, and then I see a tower. So yeah, from those three right there, I'm like, no, she's not going to be governor.
Yeah, I see her, the Six of Swords reversed. She's not moving to a new place. So he wants it though.
Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Two of Pentacles. I think she's got some inner demons there going on.
Mm-hmm.
That Five of Swords is causing her problems. She doesn't know where to turn.
Mm-hmm.
The Two of Pentacles with the inner demons, she's like back and forth and weirded out. My outcome, she's got the past is going to come back to haunt her. Six of Cups, Seven of Wands, Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands. So that Seven of Wands is that fighter there with that wand. So I think the past is going to come back to haunt her, trying to run for governor. So I don't see it.
She's 47 years old. She's probably also having some hormonal changes. That's what I got. My spirits were saying her hormones are horrible. And I'm not, and I normally wouldn't say that about women, but she's just.
So being grumpy and going crazy is a different story.
Oh, no. Some women, it's way beyond getting grumpy. It's like men who don't want to acknowledge that they have. What a friend of mine calls, she calls it menopause. And she said they go through it and they don't want to, oh no, there's nothing wrong with me. And then she said, everybody's strange as we are. And I said, I always thought it's because we were kind of the same age and we were all getting strange at the same time. She said, no.
Trump threatening. Yeah, this is weird.
Oh, those are all oil-bearing countries. Venezuela, all these countries, they are all oil countries that he wants to talk to his buddies at Mar-a-Lago, like, I'm going to hand the country over to you. We tried that in the 60s with Vietnam. It does not work well.
They're just nuts. They're threatening everyone. Venezuela, Nigeria. Starting up wars where it doesn't need to be. And then Heg's breath. Something from the past, and then I get a tower, and then dark times.
Isn't there something in Nigeria about also the way they're treating Christians or something?
Well, that's what he said, yeah.
I don't know.
I guess what I read, Nigeria is mostly Christians and then Muslims, whatever, but I don't know what, but they're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Those two groups are fighting, however.
Well, North and South Nigeria fought each other for a long time.
But yeah, it's something from the past. You know, it could be resources because I do get the Ace of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Six of Cups, something from the past, Tower, dark times. They're just making threats. But yeah, I would assume it's something to do with resources, the Ace of Pentacles. And just then our government threatening with the Five of Wands. Unfortunate.
The last 3 months in the U.S., recyclable energy has outstripped coal by a lot. They're not going to turn that clock back. They can try. They can dump all the cheap coal they want on the world, but it's not going to work. So I don't think they're wanting to keep fossil fuels alive is going to work. That's why we need to get more younger voters out there and younger people in office who don't want that crap.
Oh, I was just reading this morning. There's a company that created a new type of turbine for a windmill that's able to rotate back and forth. I can't remember either way or whatever, but it's supposed to be a lot more efficient, and it's going to change these coastal turbines if they get them put up. But it's supposed to pump out more juice, more efficient, last longer.
Good for them. Did Kash Patel make up the Halloween plot? Did we have a Halloween plot?
I don't know what that means.
I know they busted some terrorists in Michigan. What is in the water in Michigan? They've got all the right-wingers trying to kidnap the governor, and now they have delusional. What I saw in the headline, it said they were ISIS. They were going to blow everything up.
Oh, the rumor is that whole thing in Michigan about stopping a terrorist plot was BS.
Okay, that's what somebody is asking. Is that true? Did Kash Patel make up a Halloween terror plot just to make everybody afraid the Arabs are coming and we have to get more people out?
I briefly seen an article or something about it that people or police or whatever in Michigan says it wasn't true.
Ah.
Or it was, well, because even if it was true, Patel put it out there on social media before it even happened, or any raid or anything.
Right. Well,
so he would have blown up the case.
On the bottom of my deck, I've got the 10 of Wands reversed. In other words, it was over before it was over, which means it probably wasn't there. Somebody's internet keeps going out.
Same thing with the Utah thing, trying to ruin the case. Kash Patel putting out junk. How are our judges doing? Holding the line? Are they safe? You want to ask about death threats to judges that are trying to hold the line?
I don't want to feed that energy. Just let's see how they're doing on holding the line.
Okay. How are the judges? How the majority of judges doing? Let's just try that.
Oh, it's a mixed bag. They realize they're surrounded by people who are not treating them well, and then they got to deal with the dumpster fire. But within their own hearts, they're the Ace of Coins. So their value that's here on the earth, they know they can make a difference in the world as it stands. But they're caught by the Eight of Swords. They're feeling trapped a lot of the time. And what they want to see is the false fighting going away. So when they hear a case, it's a real case. It's not some BS crap that Trump's lawyers invented in the back closet. I think they feel confined, and I think it's not a job you take that you want people to come after you about. But
Yeah. I mean, I got kind of the same thing. They're there to do their job, as always. Um, the Page of Coins shows like a different path,
Mhm.
meaning, like, I think with the death threats and whatnot. But generally, it's their job. You know, they take it serious. Queen of Swords, Queen of Coins, and Three of Coins is doing the hard work. Magician, Tower, and Justice. So they're trying to navigate the death threats or whatnot, the anger, the crazy, because there's that hardship there. But I think they're doing, generally that's what they're there for.
Mhm.
They're taking their protection seriously as a whole. When will Johnson realize he has to call it back? Good question.
When he gets a call from the White House that says she can let him come back.
Probably that would never happen.
Do you want to ask if he's going to do it the next month?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I hope so. Last week the guys told me November 12th. I think what that was asking about the shutdown ending. I think that was. Okay.
I don't get a date, but I get it's.
How long?
He's going to hang on as long as he can. Ace of Swords. This time we'll be stubborn and be stuck here. A weird mix of cards. Let's see which one of my kitty cards. This one.
Okay.
That's disappointing.
Okay. The past is obvious with the Four of Cups waiting. The Empress delays will prove necessary for them. Two of Wands, not sure which way to go. Not holding that ace.
Mm-hmm.
In the current, I got burdened. Ten of Wands, heavy weighted down. Queen of Wands, King of Swords. Jointly holding things back currently.
Okay.
And then moving forward, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Their wishes here. Prosperity coming. Seven of Swords can be that wishes card, but it's also the Thief. Outcome. Knight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Two of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. They're going back to work. Knight of Pentacles is doing the work slowly but surely. Five of Swords, we got all these losses going on that they can't deny anymore, and I think it's the people.
Mm-hmm.
Two of Cups making an agreement, and Seven of Pentacles doing the work. So I get quite a few sevens.
After the 7th?
Yeah, this week they're out. I'm going to stick with the next week. I'm going to stick with next week, When's that? Like the 10th, 12th?
Mhm.
They start coming back.
Mhm. What I asked is, will the elections, will the results on Tuesday night make a difference? It's a yes.
Oh, good.
It's a yes. It's a 10 of cups, yes. It's a 2 of pentacles, yes. Quit standing around not making your mind up. And it's because it's obvious an ace of pentacles, yes. Yeah, that's what's going to do it, is when they see what the results are like on Tuesday.
Yeah, they just can't. They can't ignore the people anymore.
Well, 50, what is it? 25 of the states are suing them one way or another.
Arizona's suing to get that lady
Lady on the bench. And now they'll have Virginia will be a Democratic state, and as will New Jersey. So they're getting outnumbered more quickly than they knew.
Okay, this is funny. I want to throw it up for the heck of it. Erica and JD had quite the embrace. So everyone's like, JD's leaving Usha for Erica.
Who's Erica?
Kirk. Charlie Kirk's wife.
Oh, you mean the wife that Charlie Kirk said was too old to be functional? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So for giggles, let's see what the cards say. What's the energy between those two?
Mine are going to blow up. They're going to say, "You're asking this kind of silly."
I know it's silly, but
I know.
I want to see.
Our minds need to shrink just like everyone else's.
It was really odd on stage if you didn't see it.
I didn't see it. See, you watch this stuff, Scott. Everybody, why are we watching on Sunday morning to watch this woman read cards when she has no idea what's going on? That's probably the best reader you could ever go to.
It was on my Twitter feed.
Okay.
My favorite people I follow. Okay.
You send me that stuff too, and I don't have an account, so it won't let me open it.
Oh, I thought anyone could get it.
Nope.
Even if you don't have an account or not.
Nope. And I got nope. I got 4 no's and 2 yeses. Oh, he wants it, man.
I think it is him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got the family man or whatever, him here.
Mm-hmm.
The sun and energy. I think he does have a thing. It would cause a lot of problems.
Oh, please go for it. Go for it, JD.
If it takes charge, there's going to be a lot of problems, dark times.
If I wasn't giving away my spare pennies to our food bank, I'd want to start a fund. Go get her, JD.
I don't think it will happen though. But I got the moon strength card in it and the 10 of swords, the disaster, the nightmares. But it was still kind of funny.
Well,
but yeah, Miss Erica Grifter, that was bad on her part and bad on JD to even embrace it. In the spotlight on stage, you don't hug and grope like that. Married man and a supposed grieving wife.
Yeah, well, remember Trump hugged the American flag and nobody thought that was weird. So
yeah, and that was another bad thing. JD said that Usha should eventually come around to Christianity and not her faith.
She Hindu or?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
When they got married, JD converted. You can see the pictures of them in the Hindu dress.
Oh, the whole dress, yeah. Well, they don't make you convert. They just say, show up and dress like we want you to. I have a friend who's a Buddhist, and she married a Hindi, and she went over and had the whole dressed up in the red dress and stuff.
Oh, good Lord. Colorado has filed 41 lawsuits against this administration. Wow. Busy. I could see it. Oop.
Job security.
Why do I still have that up? Don't need that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Comments back. Yes, Hindu. Okay. Nancy Cass passed a couple cards, pulled the lover's card for those two.
Okay, that's as bad as who is it that's running around with? God, no, the guy Noam's running around with, who was despicable back when in Trump's first administration.
Oh yeah.
There's so many, you can't keep them straight in your brain anymore.
The next No Kings protest is Black Friday with a blackout. So instead of Black Friday, people are putting out there to do a blackout, not buy on Black Friday.
Mm-hmm. Called a national strike if you don't know what the term is.
Got it. Yeah. Cece, Noam and Corey Lewandowski.
Yeah, that's it. That's the name I blacked from my memory. Now I'll have it in there for another week. Thank you, whoever remembered this.
Sorry.
Thank you for being my memory bank.
Well, as I was shuffling, the tower card flopped out.
Oh.
That's going to be disastrous for corporations. Most likely, Amazon. Yep. Oh, crap. I got the 5 of coin. Oh, and the tower comes. Yes, I think it's going to work. 5 of coins in the tower. The loss of money is going to be a oh crap moment.
Mm-hmm.
Hardships with the tower. King of Wands is that intelligent idea. I think it's going to work. They're going to have to change their ways with the 6 of Swords. You know, if you want to make money, you got to get off this negative path.
That's right.
Yeah, everyone's laying off people.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I got was at the base is it's their own devilish little maneuvers that are weakening them. And the American people getting its act together, they're going to like the Queen of Swords. They're going to be working. They're looking at a plan that's beyond what the big corporations think. And it is going to throw a sunshine on what we need and what we don't need. I think a lot of people are finding out they can do without a lot of stuff.
There you go, Sherry. Yeah, there was there was another post I seen that companies are starting to integrate AI more, doing the jobs of certain people.
Yeah, I went to Michael's the other day to check out, and I'm going to have to go find a new Michael's store. They don't have anywhere that you don't have to use the electronic checkouts. Now, I want you to know on the day that Amazon's web system, AWS, went away, none of those links worked. And, you know, why? Not only is a person employed there to handle the money, but they also can tell you where to go to around in the store and stuff. And those, I actually, and I'm pretty computer savvy, I couldn't figure out how to make this stupid machine work. So they have a woman there who's showing you how she's wiping out her own job. And
yeah,
I just told her, I said, do you have a manager? And she brought the manager up. I said, I'm not coming back in this store unless you have a live person on your cash register. And I said, you can go back and look at my phone number. And that's where I buy all my frames and all my stuff for my business. And I'll go find another store. Also, I got a letter from the IRS that's guaranteeing my Social Security through January.
How did you get so lucky?
It was pretty much a form letter. I don't think somebody sat in Trump's office and said, that woman's going to talk about this on Sunday. And I showed it to my kids and they go, well, that's creepy. But it means someone is in there saying, we need to let them know what's going on.
All righty. Liz wants to know the future of CBS under Barry Weiss. It's already turning kind of dark.
Mm-hmm.
She leans pretty right wing. Kathy D said, I didn't get a letter like that.
Well, I don't know, but I got mine and they told me how much mine was and
You're
for Medicare.
You're getting spied on.
Huh?
You're getting spied on then.
Well, how would they know if I opened the damn letter? The only person who could tell them is my cat, and she doesn't hardly talk to me.
Nancy Cass got that in an email. Weird.
Well, I don't do anything with the Social Security on email.
Okay. Concentrate on this. Future of CBS under Barry Weiss.
I got the tower, and then I got I love this hangman. This cat's all balled up in a ball of yarn upside down. That's the out cards. The in cards looks like a really good way to make things in the Wheel of Fortune, and it's a way to pick your own destiny, the star. And this is Barry Weiss and the current government. But as soon as it all starts to fall apart, their ass is grass. So
yeah, I'm not seeing a long-term future here.
I don't watch CBS except I watch Colbert on YouTube.
In the past, I think this decision, they thought it was going to be prosperous.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she's going in a direction they didn't expect. I think they actually, when they made that decision, I think they actually thought it was going to be a good thing.
Oh, they did. They thought the Wheel of Fortune.
And then they got the lovers making the connections. And then the Eight of Wands bringing hope is turning into a Five of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
There's infighting.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And now we got the Devil, Six of Cups, and Two of Swords. Don't know which way to turn. All things are not great with the Devil. Outcome is a loss. Five of Cups. The Emperor will be lost. Once they figure out the money ain't going to flow within CBS, the Emperor must go.
Mm-hmm.
With the Five of Cups. So this experiment, I don't think is going to work. One, because I think the Emperor is going to be gone too.
Well, yeah.
Once for Orange Caligula is out of the picture, these tactics aren't going to work as well anymore. Because all these right wingers are banking on the MAGA movement and making their money that way. You have any clue what that means? With your Social Security?
No, I think they were just trying to soothe. I think they were getting a lot of. I think their representatives were getting a lot of calls from senior citizens because what else do we have to do? And we can do that on our little cell phones. And if you don't know about 5Calls, it's an app you can find, and they will tell you who you need to call and complain. My representative, Julie Johnson, here, federal House, she had a town hall meeting on the phone, and I listened to part of it, but I've been through so many of those. Anyway, but there were a lot of questions apparently coming in on Social Security. So I think a lot of the older population is getting freaked about, will my check be there? See, what I got is a letter that they do about adjustment if they see that something's not been handled right. And I've gotten them before, but I just thought it was very pointed that they were saying it's going to be this much and this much and this much each month. And they moved the weeks. I used to get mine in the first week of the month. Now I'm going to get it at the beginning of the second week of the month, which I don't know why. Good, Carrie. Keep getting that money and cashing them checks.
Carrie said she's seen they left the box unchecked for needing security at the event when Charlie was taken out. Strange. Yeah, I guess COLA is supposed to be pretty high because
they've screwed with the government. I mean, they've screwed with our economics.
Screwed the economy, and the adjustment's going a decent percentage from what I heard anyway. How would Mr. Vance be if he inherits the throne?
He's a complete turd and a total turncoat and nothing. If you think you can't believe anything Trump says, Trump just does stuff from old tapes that are running in the back of his head. Vance just throws crap out there. I mean, the man wrote a whole book against Trump and then ran as his VP. He's obviously a person of strong personal loyalties. I don't even need to lay cards on this joker.
This is true. He has no soul anymore.
He's like every bad boss you've ever had who said, oh no, this is going to happen. You're going to have this lovely death. We're going to get you a typewriter that works. Don't believe him.
Oh my God. I get all failures.
Yeah. I don't even want to do that to I wouldn't even do that to the worst deck that I was ready to ditch tomorrow.
If he was president, there would be a lot of struggles and conflicts. If he tried to be 45, it would be a disaster with the old crap card, 5 o'clock.
45 is a disaster is 45, so why follow that?
And then there's a lot of justice would end up happening, dark times, and then the devil. Gross cards. Yeah,
somebody hasn't seen a live of us in ages. We're here, Debbie.
Yeah, I see that every once in a while. Some folks that subscribe didn't know I just flipped to Sundays pretty much only, and didn't, do like short videos anymore. And it's like, oh, I didn't know that. Oops.
And because you can see why his camera won't even stay in one place.
I bumped the screen.
I know.
But anyway, yeah, I guess reporters or someone found out other people that donated to this
monstrosity
grift of the ballroom that they were trying to hide.
Mm-hmm.
But reporters found out.
Corporations that hide behind, we're not going to tell you what we gave them. I put them in the same classification with ICE agents that have masks on when they go to do their legal actions. When's the last time someone came up to a mask that wasn't a kid and asking for candy, that didn't have a nefarious reason for being there? So,
Oh, so you know that COVID pill, Plaxoid or whatever?
I don't know.
So under Biden and under the old rules, we paid Pfizer
Mm-hmm.
to have that accessible to people and cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Plaxoid was $15 to get. So if you get COVID, start taking it, you're supposed to,
Oh, that one. Okay, that pill. Okay.
shed it without getting really, really sick.
Mm-hmm.
It's now $1,500 to get 30 pills when it used to be $15.
It's how much?
$1,500.
Wow.
Like if you wanted to go online and purchase it right now, Plaxoid,
Mm-hmm.
Plaxoid or whatever it is, $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be 15. Thanks to this administration.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could buy it online, I guess. But since the subsidies and whatnot and the agreement with Pfizer is gone. They're trying to kill us. Pam says coal is going to be 2.8. They announced that already?
They figured out this time of year. This used to be the time of year when they figured out everything that was going to be going on in next year's budget. The budget we don't have, the Congress we don't have, and the Senate we don't have. So.
Yeah, pretty much. They're not giving a snap that need it. Tariffs are killing the poor.
They want the poor to rise up so bad so that they can bring in the troops and stomp on everybody.
The judges, okay, did that. Did that. What does this mean? Will each state National Guard create a rapid response team?
Mm-hmm. I've read about it.
People with each state.
They're asking each governor to do this. The feds are.
Oh, so our ICE, whatever, wants each state to have a ready team to quell violence. There is no violence, except the violence ICE is doing and pissing people off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to get bad. Eventually, someone's going to retaliate, and all of a sudden, you got an ICE agent murdered because someone's pissed off.
I can tell you every state won't do it, but I'll just look at what the response overall will be. Some states just won't do it. They're just not going to waste their...
That's a martial law type thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is nuts. Malcolm Nance wrote a book, They Want to Kill Americans. He's not wrong.
Some will, some won't. It's the Republicans' wet dream. It's their goal for everybody to get in the tent and all be huggy, but they can't get everybody to agree to it. This is the Three of Pentacles. They're not going to plot for it. Many states won't build a foundation based on that, which is the Nine of Wands. But there's those who want to go out and sow seeds of discord, and they're going to continue to push for it. But it'll happen in the states it happens in. It just means you need to get out and vote next time and get a different governor.
Yeah, I think like attorney general in blue states deem this as illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the King of Swords, my Democrat card, Eight of Swords. So I think Democrat attorney generals deem this illegal, or even governors. I think this is what our government wants to do because I got the Hierophant, giving and receiving, Ace of Coins. I think that's a power move card group there for our federal government. But I don't see it working. Whatever they're trying to do. So I get 10 of Swords, my Dark Times card, and then the Sun. So it comes to light, and then this is going to be a failure. And dark. And the Sun makes it all.
The sun will come out and it'll say, look at this.
Look at what's happening. This is not the way. It's not going to work. I think the rule of law comes to the forefront with my strength card.
Nothing's playing right now.
Ridiculousness.
Somebody put in the comments the best protest is at the cash register, and that's really true.
Eliza read that Paxlovid wasn't that effective. I never read the articles or anything, but when I heard it did help. But
if it helped you, it helped you. If it didn't, it didn't. It's like other things. There's a whole bunch of antibiotics I can't take. They'd make me sicker.
I mean, from what I read, you had to do it right away.
Right.
You get it early, it can help it. No clue. But still, it's still ridiculous to have that option that expensive. I have no clue. But there was an explosion. I did read there was an explosion at Harvard. Was it intentional? You know, like a terrorist thing or meant to cause chaos in Harvard, this explosion. Okay. Beautiful explosion was intentional. Chemical explosion at Harvard. Was it intentional? I don't think so. The guy's thinking that was an accident. Could be wrong. Tops, protection. I get the magicians. They were doing. I get nothing bad here. I get the magician. They were doing some experiments and something went wrong. I got no bad cards except the end result, the burden of the explosion. I got 0 bad cards of intentional bombing or whatever. How about you?
I'm just finishing.
Oh, sorry. Usually you're quick on the draw.
I know my first set of cards said nothing. I mean, when I looked at it, they said, this means nothing. I got 2 aces. It was someone who screwed it up. They were hurrying in the lab. They were trying to make things run too quickly. The chariot, they were trying to push through some project. And one of the reasons they had the problem was they've cut back on their funding. So there were safety features that weren't there. and it was something that they really wanted to push and make go. It has now stalled the whole process of whatever they were working on. But in actual fact, it's a God thing because it's going to bring them back to the right idea. They were headed in the wrong direction. And in rebuilding that lab, they're going to have to figure out how to make it right. And what I had a feeling was like a leaky hose or a leaky something. And it was more of a fire than an explosion. It was more like a lab fire.
Well, let's hope it was just a rush mistake of what they were creating and experimenting on.
Well,
Go ahead.
you know, they'll push stuff. They'll say, oh, well, we think we see an indication of this. And they'll push things when they, instead of just letting things lay out slowly.
Hegseth went to Vietnam to strengthen defense ties with them. Is this a way to come at China? I'm not sure.
No,
Why is Hegseth in Vietnam?
because it's such an important place of manufacture for the U.S.
Immediately I heard bribes,
Mm-hmm.
kind of bribery to bribery for weapons or something. You do this for us, we'll do this for you. That kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe trade, kinda, but I immediately heard bribes because that's the way of this administration.
Mm-hmm.
Give us crypto and we'll give you weapons. And we won't tariff you by 100%. Yeah, something about money. Or we'll divorce you. Page of Swords, putting negative kind of contract, putting negative things, new military negative things on you with a page. Now you get the tower next to it. So there's some kind of support that we won't do unless you do this. Yeah, and then they get arguments within the government or whatever he's talking to.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it is, it feels like a corrupt deal. Trying to shake down something or other.
Does Hegseth know another way of operating?
I don't think so. The last starred question I have is, Pegasus is wondering, is anyone in the Trumpstein files on SCOTUS?
Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh in the files. Huh. Anyone on SCOTUS in the Trumpstein files?
But they've got friends who are.
That makes more sense.
And maybe even children.
Immediately get negative conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Money ties, court restricting. Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, King of Coins. So there's connections, money connections. It's got conflicts. Yeah, there's ties.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's ties. I think there is protection there within the court about the Trumpstein files. The court, I get my justice card, King of Wands, a Page of Coins. Trying to change a path with decisions and whatnot, but yeah, there's connections. I don't think in the files, I think there's connections.
Does it say their name on it? I'm not sure. If it was going to be one name, it would be Kavanaugh.
Well, you got the obvious three:
Mhm.
Clarence, Kavanaugh, and Alito. And then you're probably right. Kavanaugh would be the most obvious. They had those type of connections.
Mhm.
Okay. Susan, I bet most have dumped these teams in the files. Well,
Oh yeah.
they're all billionaires, right?
Mhm.
They all run together.
Argentina doesn't have the most escaped Nazis anymore because they've all died. They're very, very old, but they have families of them. And
Wheezy, a lot of Chinese businesses moved to Vietnam.
mhm,
It's surprised to discover that if workers aren't paid on time, they walk.
that's true.
There you go.
So let's see what we need to surrender this week, Scott. Are we to that point?
Let's get to that point. I'm starting to get a little stuffy.
Yes,
You know,
Scott's working on fumes here, guys.
yeah, I need to get some more cold medicine to get my.
We don't want a sick Scott next week. We want him to get all better.
Well, I'm surprised I got turned around that quick because I went from feeling bad to Friday was horrible to not bad. So I had one bad day, really bad day. So not too bad. At least it ain't gonna hopefully drag on for weeks.
Good.
But so much for having a flu shot. So I got
I don't get them. I get the flu from flu shots.
Yeah, you'd think, right?
No, I do.
The
If
seven-
I can't take any DNA based vaccine because my DNA says, "Oh, we're supposed to adopt you," not "Ooh, you're ugly and go away." That's how I got pneumonia twice.
Yeah, I got the RSV and the flu shot October 17th. So 2 weeks later, I had a quick flu.
The RSV is the one I don't get it either. I get COVID because it's RNA based. And then they were saying, we're going to make them all DNA based. And I said, good, kill me, you know. Anyway, what I got is surrender unhealthy relationships. And this is not only is that a good piece of advice on any day of the week, but right now, with the planets moving where they're moving, it's going to make it easier to get rid of unhealthy relationships. Let go of a relationship that doesn't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. Toxic people are always available. And then you deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. So if you look at this guy, he's burning out his heart. But it's let go of unhealthy relationships. And that is, from everything I can hear from all the readers and stuff, we're in a very interesting month astrologically. And which do your thing, Scott, and then we'll talk about what my week has ahead of it because I have some astrologers.
That's just funny. You get that. I got that Queen of Winter.
Mm-hmm.
Let go of people that does not serve you.
Hey, it's that time of year. That means if having Thanksgiving turkey with your family makes you want to throw up, don't go have Thanksgiving turkey with your family. You know.
Yeah, I got two princes. The other two cards are princess of spring, princess of autumn. So the autumn is all about happy news, and the other one's about going after your dreams, expanding your horizons. But yeah, I thought that was just funny. The same card came out with
Very good.
Letting go of things that don't serve you.
Okay. Well, what's going to serve me is Tuesday at 1:00 Central Time. And by then all your clocks should be changed, so you should be able to make it. I'm going to have Dorothy Morgan on, and we're going to talk about the transition from 2025 to 2026. And she's a very good astrologer. She is not a political astrologer, so she's not. She doesn't even know. I think she knows where Trump's planets are, but she doesn't care. And we're going to talk about what we can do, each of us, for ourselves to help things get better. And then Thursday, for Psychic Profiles, I have on the esteemed Mr. Danny Shea, who now has a website and everything.
Dang, moving on up.
I mean, he decided to go pro with the rest of us.
See, I think that's the biggest thing here. Quick, Colleen asks, why are they staying at a military base? I think it's a protection thing.
It's a paranoid thing.
Paranoid thing. They can't be terrorized or someone come up to them when they're on a military base.
And other stuff I have in the mix that's coming up. Danny, Jeffrey, Dr. Gail, and I are going to pull the cards, and I'm going to build a world grid for 2026. And then last year I ran a series of Advent stones from the 1st of December to Christmas Day. And there was a different crystal for each day, and we talked about what it was and how it worked. And people said they really want to hear more about crystals. So I'm resurrecting all those. And so there will be one every day in the month of December for you if you're interested in crystals and how crystals work for you spiritually. And I'm just continuing to work with some other readers, trying to get them on into Psychic Profiles. And I've been doing readings outside of my house, which is proving interesting. But I don't want to go get a cold like Scott, so I'm going to.
Yeah, the weird thing is I was never really around people.
Except for work.
Get a cold. I mean, I walk through grocery stores to deliver, but I was never, like face-to-face contact with folks. And no one here was sick. So I don't know where I could have picked up the bug.
I don't know. I think I'd get out some of my Palo Santo and start spraying it around my house. They're creeping in, Scott.
Thanks again, Nancy Jane. Thanks for everyone.
Thank you, Scott. It was a lovely Sunday.
Yeah,
Thanks to everyone who came and talked, and pay attention to our channel. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.